An evil stepmother, drinking blood, and a distinctly modern message. And all of that in a Eurovision song? Let's talk about Ulveham by Gåte, Norway's entry for Eurovision 2024. If you are a Eurovision fan, and I suspect you are if you found this video, you might already know that the song originally quoted a 1,000-year-old Norse ballad, and that Gåte had to change the lyrics for fear of being accused of plagiarism, even though the author of the ballad is unknown and presumably very dead. The original ballad is called Mörja I Ulveham, that's where the song gets its name, and the new lyrics that Gåte had to write still reflect the gist of the story, which goes like this. Once upon a time there was a beautiful maiden whose mother had died. Her stepmother was, wait for it, evil. You didn't expect that, did you? And she was very jealous of our young maiden. So she tries to curse her and make her into a less attractive person. In the lyrics of the song, she's turned into a sword and a needle, and in the story, she's also turned into a knife. The stepmother sends our maiden to the king's estate and grows even more jealous because she actually turns out to be rather popular there. So the stepmother thinks up an even harsher punishment and turns her into a wolf. Our maiden has to roam the forests of Norway for eternity unless she drinks her brother's blood. Her yearning to get rid of the curse and to be free grows stronger and stronger, and so she comes up with a plan. Her stepmother by this point was pregnant with her stepbrother, and so she rips out her mother's heart and thus gets to drink her brother's blood. No, I said brother. And because of drinking her brother's blood, she can become human again. I'm guessing there's another brother in the story that the stepmother wanted her to harm, because otherwise the stepmother might not be the smartest cookie in the Norwegian forest. This story, which sounds like a fairy tale by the Brothers Grimm, is told in the verses of Ulveham, while in the choruses we don't have any lyrics. However, the piercing vocals of lead singer Gunhild, which by the way is the perfect name for this kind of song and message, communicate all the pain, the mistreatment, and this yearning for freedom that our protagonist feels. And the whole structure of the song, which grows more and more frantic, also complements this growing despair. And she also uses a vocal technique called lock, a herding call, traditional to Norway. And there's of course a lot of nature imagery in the performance as well. The story has a distinctly modern morale. The stepmother might represent any kind of oppressor, maybe a partner in a toxic relationship, or the oppressive rules in a conservative society, or even a real evil stepmother or father who doesn't let you be who you want to be. In the story, the stepmother tries to slander the maiden's good nature and name by turning her into a needle and a sword, which makes me think of the very negative stereotypes many minorities in society often get attributed with by the majority. But our maiden perseveres, she stays true to herself, and turns out to be really popular at the king's court. And when that happens, the stepmother turns her into something that she isn't, hides her true personality and identity under a grey wolf skin, and Ulveham, of course, means wolf skin. But her yearning for freedom and to be who she really is grows so strong that she pushes the boundaries and finally breaks free from them. There are also similar stories in Denmark called Jomfruen I Ulveham, the Virgin in Wolfskin, and also in Sweden, Den Förtrollade Riddaren, the Bewitched Knight. In this case, the protagonist is male. So this song kind of feels like the brother, or maybe in this case use another metaphor, of the song Veronica by Raven, which will represent Slovenia, which also uses a medieval story to deliver a very modern message. I also have a video on that if you're interested, so check it out. And this is my interpretation and the backstory of Ulveham. I hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe if you did. I will do more lyric interpretations as more songs get revealed for Eurovision. I'll see you then, and bye-bye. Unless she drinks her brother's blood. Her brother's blood.